Like, well, let me just start off with this. One, women think they have a lot more options of men than they really do. This new world of the BBL and the plastic surgery, and I woke up a bad bitch now, and or I'm getting a new bag, so I'm able to buy the diamonds and the cars and everything that's gonna attract the man that I think I want, right? But what I think is that women don't know the difference between a man wanting them sexually and wanting them romantically. So women, you have less options than what you really think. And that just plays into, as you get older, your priorities change. So as I got older, I think more men desire me now than when I was in my 20s. Why? Because I look completely different. You know what I'm saying? I done grown into my grown woman body. I done had a couple alterations. Thank you, new life plastic surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done all of those things. So now, do I really have more men after me that can potentially be husbands, be mates, be long life partners? Or are these men just like dogs with their tongue hanging out with drool because they only want one thing, which is sexual? Because we already know that all men want to fuck, right? All men want to hit it. They all want sex. But I think women think, I hear this too many times, right? Because I'm around a lot of women. They start off there, I got so many men on my body. I want to talk about quality over quantity. So what, you have a bunch, every room I walk in, I turn heads. Every place I go, whether it's to the grocery store, to the library, there's always a man trying to shoot his shot, right? And that used to give me validation. That used to make me feel like a super bad bitch. That used to make me feel like, are you crazy? You know how many men want me? I was delusional. I was delusional until I started looking at the taste and sector of men who actually were coming after me and desiring me. They only wanted me sexually. So you know what that did? That limited my options. Because the men I'm going on a date with, I'm like, oh, he fine, girl, he on my body. Like, he give me compliments all day. He telling me how good I look. But really, he has no intentions on me dealing with me long term. He has no intentions on marrying me. He has no intentions, because get it right, men know when they see their wife. Like, he just knows. Even if you come with a million flaws, he's already in his mindset saying, I could deal with that. I could fix that. You know what? We gonna work on that. Don't worry about it. You understand what I'm saying? So he already knows if you're wifey material or not, despite you not being able to do what society says a woman has to come packaged with. She got to know how to cook. She got to know how to clean. She got to know how to suck dick. She got to know how to put a leg behind her head. She got to know how to do all these things. But it's like, won't you teach me, baby? Lead me. Men are so stuck on the fact that women are not allowing them to lead. It's like, baby, you got to teach me. So I think women allowing a man to say, okay, listen, start the conversation and say to him, do you want me sexually or romantically? The next time you go out with a man, and not even before you go out with him, before a man asks you out on a date, ask him, do you want me sexually or romantically? Because I promise you, the conversation is going to completely change. She's going to say, what do you mean? If he says what you mean, you know what he means. He means, I don't want to tell you, but I just want to fuck, because I'm not looking for anything long term. If he sincerely is trying to date you, he might be taken back by that question and say, romantically. You know, I just got divorced. I'm currently single. I just moved into a new place by myself. I'm looking for somebody, a good companion, somebody to talk with, somebody who has some goals, you know, and see where it goes. He's looking for romance. He can actually take the time to get to know what you need and how he can be an important factor in your life. I think a successful tip to dating in 2022, going into 2023, is letting a man know what it is that you're looking for and allowing him to answer and tell you up front what he's looking for. You understand what I'm saying? So if you know that you're looking for romance and you ask this man on the first date, listen, are you looking for sex or are you looking for romance? And he tells you he's looking for romance, let him get to know you. Open up the door. Be your true self in the beginning. Do not play, hold on, new topic. Do not pretend to be somebody that you're not to get this man. Like, just don't do it. It's a waste of time. You're gonna disappoint. You're setting yourself up for failure. You know, if you know, I don't like to cook. I don't like to clean. I am a neat freak. I can clean up behind myself. But as you know, when you get in a relationship with a man, you become his mommy. Unless you're dating a man in the military or that whatever, because you know they neat freaks. Other than that, my mama told me you're going to always be having to clean up behind a man. That's just what happens with men. And if that's not what you signed up to do, assert that in the beginning, because you know what? That may not be what he's looking for. He's not looking for Molly the maid. He's not looking for Susie Homemaker. He's not looking for Martha Stewart. He's not looking for her. But he's looking for a woman that is coachable. That is how you keep a man. You need to be coachable. And I know y'all like, but what about him? And what about him? Don't worry about him, because men been here a long time and they got this shit figured out. Even if they don't got it figured out, they know how to finesse their way to the finish line. I don't know how they know how to do it because I don't have a penis. But some of my men out there could probably let me know how y'all finesse. He can finesse you all the way to the front of the preacher with the white dress on, the whole family there, the wedding, having you thinking that he is this type of man. And as soon as y'all get married, he pops his button open, belly plops out. You know what I'm saying? He's laid out on the couch with a beer. You know what I mean? And now it's like, wait a minute, this is not the guy I married. Be who you are if you want to land a man. From the beginning, don't play like you somebody else. Be coachable, and set the tone. Set the tone in the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, it's gonna work. Listen, y'all need to DM me the next time a man tries to holler at you, and just look at him and say, do you want me sexually or do you want me? You gotta do it a little sexy though. Do you want me romantically or do you want me sexually? Because that is gonna determine the next chapter of our conversation, whether I'm gonna give you my phone number or not. I think it's too many times women meet men and already have their type set in their head of who they want him to be, that you ignore all the red flags. This man is coming packaged already, telling you who he is and who he ain't. But because you are blinded by his green eyes and his height and whatever he's driving, you are willing to subject yourself, and that's settling. You know, women be like, I ain't gonna settle with no broke. Maybe you need to. Maybe you need to settle with the broke guy so you know what it is to do teamwork. Listen, we talked about how to keep a man. You got to be coachable. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be all those things, but you got to also start from the bottom. You can't come in without any skills, just like a job. You cannot come in trying to grab a man with no skills. You have no skills to keep this man entertained, to keep his brain. You want him to be all about you? You got to be all about you. If you're not all about you, then you can't expect him to be all about you. So when you get into this relationship, you need to be able to say, hey, listen, this is what I'm with. This is what I'm not with. This is what we doing. This is what we not doing. And if it's not for you, get out of there quick, sis. Don't align yourself to be like, okay, well, I'm going to stay and settle. Too many times women say I'm settling. I just go back to saying I'm never going to be with a broke guy. But if your finances aren't in a space and your finances aren't right, and you're not eating the filet mignon that you someday want to see yourself eating, or you're not wearing the designer, whatever it is you aspire that you feel like it quote unquote is success, you need to start at the bottom with somebody, because it goes back to team building. Relationships that work are usually the people who build together. They understand what it takes to build this pyramid. That we got to go get the mud. We got to let the mud get hard. We got to build this foundation so that way once the house is built, if a tornado comes, if a hurricane comes, if an argument comes, it's not going to wipe the whole shit out, because you built it on something other than materialistic things, other than looks, other than height, other than what social media says relationship goals. Oh, he's not flying me to Bali. He's not my type. But baby girl, your type is not looking for a girl like you. He's not looking for the girl who wants to jump on flights to go to Bali. You're the fun girl. He's never going to wife you. So now you're trying to be the right girl for your type, but your type has already chosen the type of girl he likes, which is not the girl who, usually men don't like the girls who like them. They usually, you ever seen like the NBA player and then you see his wife? And you're like, how? What? All these women that want him and he chose her. You know why? Because he has a type. She's not impressed by the things that the other girls are impressed by. She's coachable. She's open to new things. She's giving up the pussy whenever he wants it. And that's a major thing. Like, I think women try to hold sex as like this this reward or this punishment when they're mad. And so even when you're in a relationship with a guy, using that as like a scare tactic, that's the quickest way I think to get cheated on. Like to make a man cheat on you and not desire you anymore.